Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, I will be playing with the Pat McGrath Mothership Celestial Odyssey Palette. So, if you're interested to see what look I'm going to create with this palette, some swatches, and I'm sure you've already seen this, but I got this on sale when the Black Friday was from the actual Pat McGrath website, and I only got it for $75 Canadian, so that's a great deal for a Pat McGrath palette. So if you're interested to see what look I'm creating and you're here to watch me play with some makeup, I would love for you to subscribe. It would mean so much to me. And now let's get right into the video. So I'm still testing out this Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint. I loved it the first day I applied it. It is a beautiful skin tint, so I'm going to prime my face with the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Glow Drops. Now let's move on to the actual skin tint. So I'm gonna apply this with my Sephora foundation brush. So now let's move along to concealer. So I'm playing with this new NARS concealer, and this is in the shade Light 1. For this, I like to use a concealer brush. This is by Rare Beauty. This is a very good brightening under eye concealer. I think this is like one of my faves. Now let's set this under eye concealer with my favorite Pat McGrath Under Eye Fetish powder. I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush. Okay, so let's go ahead and prime the eyes for now. So for that, I'm gonna use this Ace Beauté eyeshadow amplifying base in the shade Light. This I got in a boxy charm, and I love how it sets the eyelids for the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use the concealer brush and blend this into the eyelids. And let's move on to a bronzer quickly. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. This is such a beautiful bronzer. Definitely recommend this one. So for that, I'm gonna use my Cole Beauty slanted brush and apply this in the cheekbone here. Isn't this a beautiful latte color? I don't know. Every time I use this, I feel like drinking coffee. I just love the shade. Has a nice yellow undertone and just warms up the complexion so beautifully. So if you are here just to watch the eye look and you want to skip over all this complexion application, then I will make sure to leave a timestamp down below, and you guys can just skip to the eye look and the swatches. But I thought I always love watching people apply their complexion and see what products they use. And I'm testing these products a little bit more. These are newer in my collection, and I just love them so much. On top of this, I'm gonna go now and set this with my Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm face palette. And I'm gonna go in with this bronzers here. I'm gonna grab a big fluffy brush and swirl my brush in both and just kind of set this bronzer in place. That's the only cream product we're going to use today. Now I'm going to go into the same palette, very simple, use this highlighter and then this blush. So for highlighter, I'm going to use this Moda Pro Glow brush. And now I'm going to use the same palette and go into this blush with my same bronzer brush. Oh, this is such a beautiful blush. Let's use a lip stain, and this is by NARS in the shade Laguna. It's this little guy here, and I'm just gonna stain the lips because they feel it's kind of like a lip balm with a little bit of tint because they feel very dry. Okay, so let's set the face with my Jouer powder, and this is in the shade Fair. This is a beautiful, beautiful powder. And for that, I'm going to use this brush by Real Techniques and set the face and go kind of around the edges where you've applied your bronzer to kind of mash everything in and you don't have any sharp lines. Let's move on to the beautiful Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Odyssey palette. This is what the palette looks like. Isn't it stunning? Beautiful. So I'm gonna swatch the shimmers here and see where I can swatch them to show you guys, maybe on the hand here. So I'm gonna start from with the top row and move my way down like this. I have the bottom row left, so this is what the top and the middle row look like. They're all so pretty. Gorgeous. Now I'm gonna clean this up and do the bottom row. I really like this color story here. The bottom, the browns, the teal, the blue. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. And let's start with a transition shade. I'm going to use this Morphe fluffy brush. Let's go into this shade right here, this brown, and use this as the transition. Wow, it's very pigmented. Now that blended like perfection. What do you guys think? It looks so pretty, so easy to blend, so easy to use. So it's Pat McGrath, you know her formula is just amazing, just like Natasha Denona. I think I want to go in with a flat brush, kind of like this one. This is the MAC 239S brush. And I'm gonna go into the dark brown here in this corner, which is a matte, and add this to the other corner of the eye. Wow, okay, this is very pigmented. So now let's go in with the first blending brush and diffuse this dark brown. Bring it into the crease a bit. And whatever's left on the brush, I'm gonna slowly bring it into the inner corner, like all over the eyelid. Okay, so far so good. Very simple browns. Now let's move on to some shimmers here. So we're gonna do a shimmery eye today. I'm gonna start with this dark brown shimmer right there. I'm gonna use my finger. I like to use my fingers on shimmers and add this kind of in the outer corner here. Oh, you guys, if you use this palette, I suggest use the palette before you actually do your makeup, like your complexion, because there is fallout and it becomes messy. Or just like be gentle and work with small amounts. Okay, that's a stunning golden brown. And now let's move on into that green. I really want to use this green here. This one right here. I want to use a lot of colors. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a little bit of this green. There's a little like chunky cream coming on the finger, so be very gentle. I'm just gonna put this kind of in the middle on top of that brown towards the outer corner because I want to add more. This is so pretty. Yeah, this is a little bit more chunky and creamy. And now I want to use this mustard shade right here and apply that. Oh, that's so pretty. Right in the middle here on top of this green and connect it to the green. And now in the inner corner, I'm going to add this nice purple. I really wanted to play with this light purple, lilac. Again with my finger. Very pretty, very pretty. And add this in the inner corner. These shades are so beautiful. Now in this palette, you don't have her nice shades that she's known for, those duochrome sparkly ones, but these are just as good. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this. It's just so pretty. Everything's just so pretty in this palette. I love lilacs, purples, browns, greens, mustards. I don't gravitate towards pink as much. Okay, so let's use the first blending brush. Go into that first light brown and kind of diffuse the edges here into the crease. Okay, so out of the shades, I'm gonna go in with the middle one. That's this one right here. And I'm gonna add that in my inner corner. So I'm gonna use a clean brush, clean fluffy brush. This is by Morphe, another blending brush, and diffuse the edges up here. You don't want to see this sharp line up here. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with that dark brown. So I'm going to use this first brush that we've used. It's just a very pretty chocolate brown. So I'm going to go into that light brown and add it on the bottom lash line here, so we can tie in all the colors together and blend. There's a lot of sparkle on my face, that's for sure, a lot. So that's something to keep in mind, which doesn't come off. It doesn't flick off at all. But I really love the eyes, so I'm gonna clean this up with a little bit of concealer. Okay, I'm gonna go back into my NARS concealer. So what do you guys think? I'm going to go at that little inner corner sparkly shade in the brow bone as well, just a little bit with the same brush. Wow, the eyes are sparkly. Now I want to add that green. Okay, I'm going to wet a brush like this, so it's very tiny, very short, and I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna dip it into the shade, spray it with my Milk Hydro setting spray. I don't want any more fallout, and add this to the bottom lash line. This is so fun. I always go into these eye looks with absolutely nothing planned, and I love how everything turns out. And now I'm gonna clean this brush, and I'm gonna go into that lilac one. Spray my brush, and I'm gonna add this in the inner corner here. Kind of what we did at the top. What do you guys think? Ooh, this looks very Christmassy and pretty. Today I have to go to my son's hockey game, so hopefully this is appropriate. But it's okay, it's fine. I really like it. It's something that I would wear all the time. To me, if I like an eye look and shades, it doesn't matter. If I like it, I'm gonna wear it. Now, what else can we do? What else can we do? Should we add a black liner? Maybe I'll add a black liner because I wanna make the eye pop a little bit more. So I'm gonna use my Essence Black Gel Eyeliner. I can't talk doing this. I'm not gonna add a wing, I'm just going to add this liner on the lash line here. So you see the difference? It's just very beautiful. So I'm going to do this eye really quick. I will go ahead and apply some mascara, which I'm gonna use today, the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. And I will be right back. Okay, so mascara is applied. What I did in my waterline, I've used this NYX White Lavender Inner Eye Brightener Pen, but I've used this in my waterline because this has a tint of lavender, like it's white lavender, and I thought it matched really good with the actual lavender we've applied right there. So I put this in my waterline to kind of tie everything in, and I've applied my mascara, and here are the eyes. I'm going to bring in closer. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your thoughts. I think that the shades blended so beautifully together. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts at the end. So let's go ahead and apply lipstick, and for lipstick I'm using this Lancome lipstick in the shade 126 Natural Beauty. So it's this one right here. It's such a beautiful brown shade. I think it matches really good with the bronzer, with the brown on our eyes. So I don't think I'm gonna apply a lip liner today. I'm just gonna apply this. This is more balmy as well. And on top, I'm gonna go with that NARS Laguna lip balm as well, just in the middle here for extra hydration. They're very hydrating lip balms. And here is the final look. What do you guys think? I will make sure to let you now know my thoughts on this palette. I won't be talking about the other products because you guys know that I already am in love with them and I love the complexion and everything. This palette is just stunning. It's definitely worth picking up. At first I didn't want to, but I waited for a sale and I picked it up because I was always interested in her Mothership palettes with those nice beautiful shades that she has, and I did pick one up, so stay tuned. It's on its way coming to me. I ordered it from her website and I can't wait to get it and create a look with that as well. That's like a Mothership palette that I've ordered. But this Odyssey Celestial palette is stunning. I love the shades inside. I don't know, this is like so huge and hard to travel with, so it's good to have it for home. But I love all the shimmers, all the finishes of the shades in here. I love the color story. I love the mustards, the very light pinks in here, the green, the browns. It's just a beautiful palette for absolutely everyone. And it's so easy to use, so easy to blend. When you use the shimmers, make sure that you don't add too much on your finger or on your brush, because they are just so pigmented and you don't want to have so much fallout. So there is some fallout, so be careful if you do your complexion first. Make sure that you add a little bit on your brush and on your finger when you apply it to your eyes, but other than that, it's just stunning. I love it. So yeah, this is the final look. I would love to hear your thoughts. Did you pick this palette up? If you have it, do you love it? What do you think of it? Do you enjoy this look I've created? I really love the lavender with the mustard and the green and the brown. It's just such a beautiful combination of colors. And yeah, those are my final thoughts. Definitely recommend this palette. It's a little bit on the high end, but not as high end as her other Mothership palettes. So go grab it, especially if it's on sale. And yeah, if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. You mean so much to me. And make sure to always be yourself. And I wish you all a wonderful day. And I can't wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.